Hello grade 9 students. Today we are going to see the first unit of your science application of microorganisms. Do you know what is microorganisms? You have learned about microorganisms in grade 6, grade 7, grade 8 and now in also grade 9. The microorganism is the unicellular or the multicellular organisms which cannot be seen clearly with naked eyes. And these microorganisms can be seen in our environment, every environment, in our surroundings as well as in our body also. Microorganisms can be seen in everywhere, also in our body, in my mouth, in your skin, everywhere it can. Most of the microorganisms are favorable to humans and some are harmful. Okay, most of the microorganisms are favorable. So, microorganisms are not very harmful to humans. But there some harm microorganisms they could make a person to die. These microorganisms are widely spread. They can be seen in everywhere of the earth. The reason is the body of them is a simple structure. They are with a simple structure and they can grow fast and they have a high rate of reproduction. The first character is the simple structure of them, and next they grow fast, have high rate of reproduction. The microorganisms have the ability to adapt to different environment conditions. Such as the environmental conditions we cannot survive. Okay, and the ability to adapt to the different conditions is because they have the ability to adapt the environmental conditions and the modern nutritions. According to the environment conditions, the nutritions will be changed. So they have the ability to adapt to any other modes of nutritions. That is the reason. So where they can see, they adapt for every environment. And the microorganisms are categorized into 5 groups. You know that you have studied that in grade 8. They are bacteria, fungi, alga, protozoa and viruses. And viruses are said that they show living and non-living characters. The living character they show is only reproduction, and the reproduction is only in the human cell or living cell. They cannot do anything without a living cells. They are acting as a non-living cell, microorganisms, non-living organisms. But when they are entering to the living cell, they become a living organisms, living things. Do you understand? Let's move. And here is the category of microorganisms and their examples and the characteristics of them. Bacteria, you can see the picture of the bacteria, and this is the contact picture of the bacteria. Here you can see the DNA, the nucleus of the bacteria. Bacteria is the unicellular organisms and microscopic. Bacteria is the unicellular organisms and microscopic organisms. And different body shapes such as rod, spiral, okay, with different body shapes, bacteria. And widely spread in every type of environment on earth. Bacteria is the type of microorganisms that is seen everywhere in the world. Everywhere. Also in a temperate water, hot water springs, bacteria can survive. So bacteria is the microorganisms that can see in everywhere of the earth environments. And the examples for bacteria in milk products they are used, such as Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus. Lactobacillus bulgaricus, Streptococcus thermophilus is the microorganisms which are used in milk and milk products. And anthrax disease is the harmful disease for human. This is caused by Bacillus anthracis. The bacillus is the scientific name of bacteria. You can observe in the Lactobacillus vulgaricus, they are lactobacillus. And in the anthracis is Bacillus anthracis. And bacteria used in vinegar. You know vinegar, there are many types of vinegar. King coconut vinegar or apple vinegar. This vinegar production, Acetobacter. Acetobacter aceti is the bacteria that used in vinegar production. And cholera disease, Vibrio cholera. Vibrio cholera is the bacteria that cause cholera. And fungi. You can observe the fungi in the spoiled bread. Spoiled bread. You can observe the fungi in spoiled bread. The unicellular or multicellular. Okay, characteristics of fungi is unicellular or multicellular. The unicellular, some are in unicellular and some are in multicellular because they are in the groups such as mushrooms. And you know, they say that mushroom is the fungi that can seen by us. But they say reproductive organs also can be seen. Okay, reproductive organs of fungi can also seen, and the mushroom can be seen. Mushroom is a type of fungi and thrive on moist surfaces. Bacteria can be survive or spread in every type of environment of the world. But fungi thrive on moist surfaces. They use the moist surfaces as the substrate. You know, you have been doing an experiment in grade 8 that you with the bread. You make the bread moist and kept for 3 days. There the mucus is grown. Okay, so you can come moist. You can come to the decision that moist is the necessary for fungi growth. The growth of fungi, for the growth of fungi there is the necessary factor moist. The examples for fungi on bread, mucus, spoiled bread, and yeast, Saccharomyces. Yeast is the substance which used in bakery products. Because in the bakery products, Saccharomyces is added, yeast is added. When the yeast is added to the bakery products, to the dough, there will be the softness. To make bakery products soft and larger, they add Saccharomyces, yeast. And next, protozoa. You know there are many types of protozoa, and a harmful protozoa is malaria. Okay, the causing protozoa of malaria is the harmful Plasmodium. Okay, then amoeba, euglena, paramecium, and red blood cells infected by Plasmodium. Here you can see. The protozoa is unicellular or multicellular. Unicellular and microscopic. Okay, they are the unicellular and microscopic. And structures such as cilia, pseudopodia, flagella are used for their locomotion. The locomotion appendages of protozoa are cilia, pseudopodia, and flagella, and live in aquatic environment as well as other living organisms. Okay, protozoa lives in aquatic environment, and also they can see in abnormal environments well as other organisms. The type of examples for protozoa, here you can see amoeba, paramecium, euglena, Plasmodium. Okay, the pictures are shown in the first chart. And here you see alga. Alga is also same to fungus that they can seen by our naked eyes. Okay, the alga is unicellular or multicellular, and alga can be unicellular or multicellular. And filamentous body forms. The body forms of alga is filamentous or thallus. Microscopic alga floating on the water surfaces are called phytoplanktons. Microscopic alga floating on the water surfaces are called phytoplanktons. And these algae have photosynthesis character, chlorophyll. And the alga types that possess chlorophyll is called as phytoplanktons. They float in the water surfaces. Okay, and algae have the ability to photosynthesis, and alga varieties such as ulva are the type of alga that is visible to naked eye. Here are some examples for alga: Chlamydomonas, the first picture, and Spirogyra, the second, and diatoms. And virus. Virus is the electron microscopic. Okay, virus can be seen by electron microscopes. They display both living and non-living characters. I had discussed about this. And they multiply only inside the living cells. This also I had said. No cellular organizations. Every microorganism has cellular organizations, but viruses have not. And they do not show the living characteristics such as respiration and growth. And viruses cannot also move, but they move by air. Example: influenza virus, HIV virus, Ebola virus, dengue virus. And now the virus that is affecting the whole world is coronavirus. Okay, so the viruses are non-living things. They only can multiply inside a living cell. So if we didn't allow them, if we don't allow them to come inside our body, they cannot multiply. So they will die. So when we are not allowing viruses to get inside our body, they will not multiply. And we will see effects of microorganisms and environment and substrates of microorganisms. First, environment, substrate of microorganisms. As well as other organisms survive in the world, microorganisms also survive in the world with ecosystems. Okay, the microbial world spreads among soil, water, and in the 6 km up to atmosphere also. Okay, the microorganisms are spread among soil and water and 6 km of atmosphere. These organisms can survive even within a body of plants and animals. Okay, they can survive in the body of plants and animals. Meat, fish, fruits, vegetables, human skin, mouth, alimentary canals, urinary tract. These are specific substrates of the microorganisms grow. And microbes can survive even under extreme environmental conditions, such as hot water springs, salt marshes, liquids such as petrol, diesel. Now think about the characteristic of microorganism. Here you can see that the microorganisms can also live in petrol and diesel. They are the crude oil. Okay, they are taken from the crude oil. And effects of microorganisms. The microorganisms have the beneficial effects on environment and harmful effects, such as causing disease and spoiling food is the harmful effect, and used in industries, used as food, these are the beneficial effects. So in the next video we will discuss about the beneficial effects. Why? If you are seeing our channel first, please subscribe our channel, and if you like this video, click the like button under this video and share this to your friends. Bye. We will meet in the next video.